What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and this morning we're going to be talking about how to unlock the free Warhammer blueprints and all new rewards in MW3. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, there's plenty of brand new content going up over on detonated.com for those that want additional coverage of multiplayer, Warzone, and zombies. Plus, we got plenty of tweets every single hour on Detonated's Twitter. Now, while this is a Warhammer 40k themed video, I do want to remind you guys there are plenty of other crossovers also coming to Call of Duty with our third season of content. Season 3 should be starting during the first week of April, and as of right now, leakers are claiming we're going to be seeing 3 different bundles for the Godzilla x Kong New Empire collab. We're going to be seeing packs not just for King Kong, and that one's coming out before the end of Season 2. We also have bundles apparently for Shimo, Scar, and even Godzilla. We're also supposed to see a Cheech and Chong operator pack, so 2 different skins there. We also have a new skin for Snoop Dogg coming, and lastly, a collab with the NBA with Devin Booker. So apparently all these collabs are set to release throughout the duration of Season 3, which will end, I think, at some point in early June. So we have quite a bit of time to look forward to all these crossovers. So let me know down below in the comments which one you're looking forward to the most. But as of yesterday, you guys might have missed that a brand new trailer ended up dropping to promote the Call of Duty Warhammer 40k collab. It was a really cool trailer that obviously was themed around the Warhammer game. Just like with The Walking Dead, they put together a really unique trailer to really fit just the thematic elements of whatever the property is. It's a really well done trailer, and as you guys will see, got a nice preview of all the brand new skins coming via the different operator bundles. Again, if you guys aren't familiar with Warhammer, you'll probably still think these skins do look pretty cool, but if you are a fan of Warhammer, drop a comment down below. I know I saw some unfortunate comments in the Warhammer community kind of expressing their distaste for this collab because it's not accurate to the lore, but I still think it's a good way to just promote a game that is very unlike Call of Duty and could even encourage some folks that maybe just play FPS games to give something as different as Warhammer a shot. So hopefully it expands and just grows the Warhammer community a little bit. But aside from the trailer, there are of course 3 different bundles releasing with this promotion. The first one already came out, which is the Space Marines pack. This costs upwards of 3,000 COD points, one of the most expensive bundles in Call of Duty history. And while I'm not going to defend a bundle that's that expensive, I do want to say that it's the only bundle, especially in this game, that actually gives you a reason for why the bundle is this expensive. I mean, I'm not saying I want bundles to be this pricey, I'm going to make that very clear, but it's the only bundle where the price actually makes sense thus far. So as we roll over on Detonated, it's one of the biggest bundles of all time. You get 2 different operator skins, 2 Jug skins, 3 Tracer blueprints, 2 Chainsaw MasterCrafts blueprints, as well as 1 Riot Shield skin. So again, if you guys out there aren't a fan of Warhammer, maybe you don't pick this one up, but this is a very out there kind of pack that features some really cool looking skins. So again, if you guys care about cosmetics in Call of Duty, you'll probably end up picking this one up. I mean, you get a MasterCraft with a brand new Soul Render sword on top of permanent Jug skins you can use anytime you'd like. I mean, that's really cool, especially on the multiplayer front. But I know somebody in the comments is going to say that I'm promoting bundles, and that's not the case here. I'm just talking about all the Warhammer related content coming to Call of Duty. There's also 2 other bundles coming out apparently on March 14th, so later this week. The Sisters of Battle Tracer pack and the Astra Tracer pack. So both of these will each cost 2,400 COD points. So I'm sure some of the biggest Warhammer fans may end up picking this one up, or some folks out there that don't really know the source material may still think the bundles do look pretty cool. So you got some cool operator skins coming, additional Tracer blueprints, and other Warhammer themed cosmetics. So all these bundles are releasing as of this week, and it's the first time we've seen Call of Duty drop, I think, 3 bundles in a single week tied to 1 collab. As we've seen in the past, something like The Boys and even The Walking Dead recently, they actually split up the releases of the various themed bundles, I think at least by a week or 2, maybe a little bit longer. So this is a very interesting collab. Like I mentioned on the podcast recently, it's kind of an obscure crossover, and I feel like there's a lot of folks out there that maybe play Call of Duty that don't know what Warhammer is. So it's cool to see this much effort going into a very random crossover like this, and I hope to see more collabs in the future that also add in more than just bundles, but even game modes, challenge events, free camos, as we're going to discuss in a second. So as of this Wednesday, we're also going to be seeing the new Layover 24/7 playlist. This is going to feature both Departures and Terminal. Pretty creative name for this playlist, I'll say, but we're also going to be seeing the introduction of Juggermosh, a mode that's been confirmed for the later half of this second season. So this game mode actually sounds like a lot of fun. It's going to be taking place in 3rd person. Everyone in the match will be a Jug, and ironically, since we just got some new Jug skins with that Warhammer bundle we talked about, you're going to be able to play as those Space Marines inside of this Juggermosh mode. So we're all going to be battling for a 1-hit kill melee weapon, which is also the Chainsaw MasterCraft. Yes, the same one that you can also find in that bundle for 3,000 COD points. So it's cool that in this mode you get to use some of this content for free, like the Jug skin, like the MasterCraft. But if you want to use all that content permanently after the LTM LTM goes away, you're just going to have to buy that bundle. But as they confirm in the blog, all players will display a health bar over their heads so you can better coordinate with your teammates to focus fire on the weakest link in the fight. Use heights to your advantage. These massive suits not only prevent fall damage, but also release an area of effect stun and damage effect on foes when landing from a high enough drop. This is a great way to initiate fights. You'll need every advantage as only air support kill streaks are allowed, meaning it's solely up to you to inflict damage on your opponent using an array of mode-specific armaments, perks, and reduced melee damage. So it's a pretty unique mode that's going to take a bit of coordination from your team as they went ahead and wrote here, and there's going to be plenty of ways to gain an upper hand over your opponent. You just got to strategize correctly and not be too aggressive, but really looking forward to this mode. Overall, I think it's cool that we're getting something like Juggermosh, and they could even bring it back in future seasons just without the Warhammer theme. It's like I said before with various LTMs that have been added to multiplayer. Sometimes an LTM is themed around a holiday event or just a crossover, but oftentimes the fundamentals of that mode could still be brought back later on just with a different aesthetic. So hopefully Juggermosh as an experience is successful and we could see it brought back in some future seasons or whatnot. But now when it comes to the For the Emperor Warhammer 40k XP event, you could already see it pop up in-game right now. It does also begin this Wednesday. It's not going to be an event that requires you to do any actual challenges, but like with many events we've gotten in Modern Warfare 3, it's XP based. So you can go ahead and hit certain milestones by playing long matches of multiplayer, Warzone zombies. I mean, you could play anything, but to really burn through those milestones as quick as you want, play longer games, pop XP tokens unless there's a triple XP event. You want to go ahead and complete a bunch of challenges like your dailies, your weeklies, your camo ones, and you rack up XP pretty damn quickly, but you'll also end up getting a bit of an XP boost, probably just 2,500 if you run one of the Ultra Marine skins. They come with the Space Marines bundle that again costs 3,000 COD points, another way for them to promote that more expensive bundle inside of Call of Duty. But the milestone rewards have already been revealed, and there's even leaked footage of some of the hackers force loading that content into their game. Now the XP milestones you're going to see on screen are probably incorrect, and I'll get back to that in a second, but the rewards do include a weapon sticker called Inquisitorial Seal, a large decal called No Fear, a For the Emperor emblem, a Righteous Hatred weapon charm, the Psych Out Grenade tactical skin, so that's actually pretty impressive. We get an actual equipment skin, an animated calling card called the Sons of Sanguinius. We also have the March for Macagri calling card, probably butchered that as well. Again, I'm not familiar with a lot of the Warhammer material. We then have an animated emblem called Innocence Proves Nothing, an Adeptus Astartes loading screen, and then the Righteous Storm WSP9 SMG weapon blueprint. So got some pretty impressive rewards a part of this event. You'll have 2 weeks to complete it. The event doesn't end until March 27th, and we're going to circle back to that in a second. But yeah, you can get a grenade skin, an actual blueprint for an SMG, and some other various Warhammer themed cosmetics as you guys saw on screen. The XP milestones probably weren't correct. They did leak out. I know I mentioned this before when talking about the Walking Dead XP event that leaked out early as well. So considering this is a 2-week event, I think the final XP amount you're going to have to hit for the blueprint is probably upwards of 1.2 mil, but there's a chance you only have to get up to maybe 573,000 XP. Those are just numbers that we've seen used in the past for Modern Warfare 3 XP events that lasted longer than a week. So keep in mind that's probably the ballpark, but once we do learn the official XP milestones, I will drop a comment down below and update the article that is over on Detonated. Now before we continue, I just wanted to remind you about MitchCactus.com, where you can get assistance grinding camos, nukes, or schematics in MW3. These guys do not use unlock tools or any bannable methods and will actually help you play the game. Mitch Cactus is also supported by Trustpilot with over 10,000 verified reviews. You can use code Dynamite for a limited time to save 5% off your order. But you guys are probably aware there is something called the Blue Steel Universal Camo, which is clearly tied to the Warhammer collaboration. Now, images and even some footage of that camo did leak out a couple of weeks ago. It's unclear how you're going to unlock this camo, though. It's clearly not a part of this event. It's not a free reward in any of the bundles, and there hasn't been any leaks suggesting there's going to be a free gift pack or anything. So I'm really curious as to how they're going to drop that camo. I'm really crossing my fingers it's not canceled because it's a really nice looking camo, but similar to what I mentioned in my previous video about the St. Patrick's event, there's also a St. Patty's camo that isn't tied to the St. Patty's bundle or any type of event that leaked out, so it's unclear how they're going to end up dropping these, but it's cool to see the Modern Warfare 3 has brought us new ways in which free camos have gotten dropped. You know, we've seen them in bundles, we've seen them in XP events, challenge events, even added in via classified battle pass sectors, so we're going to have to wait and see how they're going to end up dropping this camo. Could be a weekly challenge reward, who knows, but I'll keep you guys posted with what is going on with the Blue Steel camo. We obviously have a Warhammer event that's going to last 2 weeks, but on March 21st, before the Warhammer event comes to an end, we have the launch of Warzone Mobile. I'll be covering all of that here on the channel. We'll be live streaming. Really excited about that. But then the Vortex Challenge event does begin on March 27th, which is after Warzone Mobile. And in the blog post, it does mention that you have to complete challenges in all games. It doesn't specify that it's an XP event like the first Vortex event was in Season 1. It sounds like an actual challenge event that requires you to play and do certain things. But when it says all games, I'm curious if that also means Warzone Mobile. Maybe that's what that actually means there. But March 27th should also theoretically be the day they end up marketing Season 3. It's an exact week before the start of our third season, unless there's a delay, but maybe they'll end up marketing on the same day or waiting a day or two. I'll keep you guys posted, but it's a very busy end of the month, as you guys can see. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new Warhammer 40k for the Emperor event? How are you feeling about the rewards that already got confirmed, plus our Warhammer themed bundles? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.